Welcome back to We Are Live. Chris Denman with my co-hosts Barb and Carly today.
Yes, I'm Travis Terrell.
Oh, okay, very good. Joining us for his Wednesday hit, you know him from Hillside Animal Hospital. You know him from our hearts. His name, Dr. Ed Maniaco. How are you, sir?
Great.
You ducked out on us last week. I believe you were saving a Shar-Pei mid-surgery. You had to cancel for your appearance.
It was either save the dog's life or tear away and go to the radio show. So,
Yeah.
It's kind of a tough struggle.
Well, I'm proud of you for sticking around and saving that dog's life.
Yeah, that sounds really good, but literally I was stuck at my own doctor's office.
You're like, hey, I wouldn't do this to one of my patients, pal. Did it work out okay?
You joke, but I seriously think that, Don't you hate that when you're in the doctor's
I hate it
You're in the
too.
exam room. I mean, if they would just come in and say, hey, doctor's running late, it might be a few more minutes, I'd be totally cool.
Yeah.
But you sit there for 45 minutes.
So yours is super specific. There's only so many veterinarians in the world, so you have some very respected opinions on that situation. The problem that I would run into, I worked at a brewery for like 5.5 years, so for the first 3+ years I wasn't working in a restaurant, I couldn't not critique everywhere I went. I'm like, they haven't even filled our waters yet. What is happening here? That's something that you think, and then I think you overcorrect too hard because you realize at the end of the day, things are just going to kind of happen at restaurants, right? But you do that too. I mean, like Carly, when you go to other NBA or NHL arenas, you're like, I would not dance or interview somebody like that, right?
That's so funny. You're so right.
Yeah, you do
like
that.
People always talk like, oh, everybody should have experience in this.
I don't know if you should,
but then really, everyone just ends up critiquing each other.
Right, and it's one of those things where it's like you're probably wrong half the time too. You're going to start, well, when I was a blah blah blah, and whenever I would work behind the bar, the first time someone would be like, well, as a server at TGI Fridays,
right.
I don't think I'm like, you're at a brew pub, which is a completely different thing, and you're being very weird. Either way, Dr. Ed, he's from Hillside Animal Hospital. We play dogs on film. We're not. We play dogs on film with him each week. We're going to play that today. But, Carly, you had some questions. You wanted to solicit some information from Dr. Ed regarding Barb. Free
information. Let's get that straight right away. I don't want to get a bill in the mail.
Dr. Ed, I'll give you her address. You can invoice her. Yeah.
Okay.
So what do we got? So this is Barb. Let's get some backstory on Barb real quick.
I've had her for a year. Mm-hmm. As I told you, she is a rescue dog from the Humane Society. Why does she like this? She doesn't bark. All she does is sleep. What's going on? She's a Chihuahua.
She's happy.
Is that what that means?
Sure.
Oh.
She's content.
Also,
you can tell.
Why is her stomach black? It just recently started getting black.
We're getting a real look. Carly was serious. She came in with a list.
Oh, look.
Check it out, people.
It's darkened more.
Well, the black is just pigment, okay? Anywhere there's not fur to protect it from the sun, it's almost like tanning.
But she doesn't lay with her stomach hanging out though. I'm just become concerned, and I had my vet appointment the other day and I forgot to ask.
Well, how old is she?
Well, let's go ahead and get that vet appointment changed over to Hillside
Okay.
Animal Hospital #1 for a real opinion.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Well, can I conduct
please
an exam here?
Please.
Let's do it. Let's see it, Dr. Ed.
No, I meant just some questions more than anything else.
Oh.
Hey, Carly, get the dog off of Dr. Ed's lap. Thanks.
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, let me ask you first. Does she drink a lot of water, in your opinion?
Not an aggressive amount by any means.
Does she pee large quantities or larger than you think is usual?
No.
Okay. I mean, I'm not too worried about what I'm seeing on her belly.
Okay.
Seriously. I mean, it can, excess pigmentation can be pathologic in certain conditions. Not serious. I don't want you to worry, but what I'm seeing there doesn't worry me.
It's just some normal pigmentation.
Yeah. Is she not licking down there?
No.
Okay.
Look how happy she is. Dr. Ed, we've got the...
Dr. Ed, why does my belly keep growing?
I think it's got to do with the
Do you need me to...
The scootering over for pizza every day.
Into that.
This is the third professional that's advising against that.
With those scooters, I have a question. With those scooters, do you get any exercise on those scooters, or are they strictly...
I mean, you could argue... Look at that, Dr. Ed hooking her up with the Pet Once STL West salmon.
The best in the business.
You could argue that there's some stabilizing muscles being used on those motorized scooters that take you to pizza
I think I'm
buffets.
getting scooter heel.
Is that what they call it?
My left heel is starting.
Is that what they call
That's
it?
what I'm calling it now. by the way I stand. I have a very athletic stance
Okay.
when I'm on the
Dude,
scooter
I'm
All
not
right.
familiar.
because I want to make sure I don't. If I do encounter an issue, I want to be ready to jump off if I have to. Also, it allows me to absorb the shock from some of the bumps and that on the road as well.
I thought it had to do with more trying to impress a pretty girl that you're driving by. Or
I'm on a scooter, Dr. Ed. I don't know I'm going to do much impressing there.
How does your girlfriend feel about your scooter usage?
She just, she said, oh, okay, good for. I told her I set a personal best yesterday from the apartment to the.
What does
work.
that mean?
10 minutes, 22 seconds. That means I'm going fast. That means I'm taking curves without slowing down now and weaving in and out. I got a little tilt on the turns now.
Congratulations.
Did you hear about the guys who moved the sofa using 2 scooters?
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Yeah. I'm like, that's great.
The thing was with that story, I was reading it, and it said they started at West Pine and Newstead in the Central West End. I'm like, I live at West Pine and Newstead. So I'm like, I'm looking at the mailbox last names in my apartment building because I'm like, does this guy live in my building? Because if so, we need to talk. We need to talk because I want to know how this all went down. But I was not able to catch up with him.
Yeah, maybe you can sit on the sofa and they can move you to the pizza parlor.
That's what you need.
I'm not. That would be quite pleasant, actually. It's like a throne,
Write it down.
pizza throne.
So we've got Dr. Ed Migneko in from Hillside Animal Hospital, and Barb's chowing down on some salmon from Pet Once STL West.
She's loving it.
She really
Going
is.
crazy.
I tried it earlier, and I was a fan too.
I tried it earlier also, and I spit it out and fed it to Barb like a baby bird.
Dr. Ed, it's about to be summer. We've had a couple hot days. I walked my dogs in a field over the weekend a bunch, and I got to thinking it's about to be tick season, isn't it? What do people need to do to get their pets ready to be park ready, healthy, and protected?
Well, we just had an interesting, just the obvious things that you talked about. I mean, we want all of our pets to be on the flea and tick, control and heartworm preventative. But we had an interesting case the other day where owners took their dog out for a really long walk, and they said the dog usually does walk, but maybe it hadn't been used to it because of the winter or whatever, and the dog actually got blisters on its pads.
Oh no!
Yeah, and
just from a walk?
Well, they brought it in for limping, and thought maybe it had hurt its leg.
Ma'am, your dog's feet are falling off.
Well,
Do we need little booties for them, or do they just have to?
I think just like people, the more you walk barefoot, the
Right, calluses and stuff.
You build it up a little bit, and I think that's what happened. And we've also seen cases where, obviously not yet, but we've seen dogs that have burned their feet on hot asphalt and stuff.
Yeah, that's one I've seen as well too. You just kind of keep them in the grass more, right?
Yeah.
How about this? My dog, would you advise for or against this? One of my dogs, I have a longer lead for, probably not allowed in the park technically. A lot of geese in those ponds. I'm not a fan of geese. Should I allow her to check out the business?
Yeah, you theoretically, geese poop can transmit salmonella.
Oh,
that is,
wow.
Yeah, there have been cases of golfers, seriously, on the golf course.
Oh, and it's everywhere too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Golfers getting sick from geese.
Yeah, there are some golfers that
Okay.
are out there who, this is going to sound really funny, who like to lick their balls.
Okay.
and
Okay,
I'm not-
Dr. Ed,
I'm not
listen,
making a joke.
this is a family program.
No, that's seriously.
Wait, who's doing that?
There have been documented cases of that. They're golf balls.
Right.
I'm totally serious.
Oh, golf balls. Okay, got it.
Golf balls.
I didn't know that. That's
Okay.
what he was saying.
That's
yeah,
really
for
weird.
good luck. They do it for good luck.
Or you clean off a little bit of dirt,
Yeah.
maybe even. Or something. Well,
Yeah, I know that. I knew that was going to sound funny, but I'm totally serious. There have been documented cases of golfers getting salmonella
From licking their balls.
well, geese are. It's funny you mentioned geese. I saw them in Forest Park yesterday, in this certain area that I'm always driving by in the road. So I'm like, why is there a backup of traffic here? And there's geese, and they're crossing the road. But then, there's 4 of them, 2 pairs of them, and
Full grown?
they look like they're arguing.
Yeah, they're always
and then,
mad.
one's trying to get a car's trying to get around, and it starts to, and then one of the geese that has crossed the street comes back and starts yapping at the car and hits the car with it. I'm like, and then
Rude.
Jess, my girlfriend's like, oh, look at this. I'm like, we got to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, there's a lot of
She's like, roll
goose
down the
on
window.
goose
I'm going to
crime.
yell at him. I'm like, it might fly in the window. Because I've had one come at me before, when I was kind of active jogging through the park, and I
Does
had
anyone believe what he just said at all?
This would have been like 4
Why do you
years
have to
ago.
mention you were jogging through the park?
Yeah.
Because it's
kind of a humble
not
brag.
noticeable
Okay.
Not a
these
picture you
days.
can imagine at the moment.
Right.
I was discussing
Trying
this.
to create a visual for you.
I was discussing this with Jess last night. She's like, "You used to run like 10 miles a day, like as
Oh,
time." I'm like,
man.
"I did." She's like, "Why don't you do that anymore?" Ah,
Oh, the
I
suggestion.
started smoking and drinking at some point in my life, and that kind of ended. But the geese will come at you if you're even jogging. They're aggressive.
Interesting.
And he knows that because he used to jog 10 miles a day, he
Right.
says.
Yeah. Says
That's all I got from that.
supposedly. Right.
I'll accept that. I'll wear that.
That's great. Dr. Ed, we were just discussing Barclay, the blues dog, with Carly. He's a bit amorous whenever she's brought Barb around. Any tips for quelling that?
I assume he's probably neutered by now, isn't he?
Yes.
Do they neuter service animals? Wouldn't you want that drive? Like, wouldn't you want them
I
to
haven't,
be...
like,
No?
noticed.
Too distracting?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm
Okay.
pretty sure he...
Can we get a pup date on that whenever you go back?
Yeah, I can confirm.
Just tweet that.
But he gets very jazzed up.
Well, who takes care of Barkley? That's what I want to know.
One of the people that works for the Blues.
one person's in charge?
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's the best environment to train a... I guess that is. You're always
Well, they
busy.
take him to training, but
Okay.
yeah, I mean, when he's quote unquote working, he's wearing his vest, but he's still like learning when he
Yeah.
has his vest on. I don't know.
That would just be... Is it normal for service dogs to get pet as a puppy? Because I know, like, you're supposed to not pet them once they're... Right? Like, they're working and they're focused.
Well, I know when they're in their vest, like, you know.
Okay,
you're
but
not-
they can clock out, essentially?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
They're
yeah,
not just
normal.
kept like veal in a cage where you're like, you only serve. Like, that's, okay. Well, I'm an idiot then, because I was like, because everybody wants to pet the puppy at the
Yeah.
Blues game, right? Okay. More comments coming in. Looking svelte this morning, Denman. There's a former NBA dancer on the set, and she isn't the sexiest person there. You wear one black T-shirt, and you get a decent camera angle, and apparently I'm an icon now, Dr. Ed. So we'll see about that. We
I know,
played.
I'm jealous.
Yeah. Right. The super successful veteran. Oh, by the way, Dr. Andre Oberly says hello.
Yeah, my daughter actually just called him. My youngest daughter wants to go to vet school, and she's gonna try to shadow Andre for.
Down in Farmington, Missouri.
Yeah.
It's been our family vet for, 30 years, and he went to college with Dr. Ed.
Cool.
Small
Yeah.
world, right?
Yeah, he was voted the guy most likely to in our class.
Become a vet?
No, just the guy most likely to do anything in our class.
He's a wild man. He looked like a pro wrestler for a long, big bushy mustache, super long hair, but like one of those where you're like, yeah, you're still pretty handsome guy, right? Like with that crazy style too.
Yeah, and then he kept the long bushy mustache and shaved his head, and he looked just as crazy.
He's
I
a
don't
wild
think
man.
I've ever. Where did you go to vet school, Dr. Ed?
Mizzou, Columbia.
And is that what? Is that one of the top ones? I don't know.
It's a
Is that
pretty-
I'm asking. I
prestigious or
just don't
no?
know.
Are you doing this because you're thinking about bringing the wobbly cat to him and you're vetting him? Right?
I was videoing her last night,
No,
actually.
I did it all mail order, Chris.
He got it
My
from the
degree.
veterinary school of the Bahamas.
Online, yeah.
He's just getting this out now because he's going to be
ITT
mad
vet.
at Dogs on Film with some of the ratings, and he takes it out on me.
Yeah, he does.
This is projecting.
He won't say it. Mizzou's a very, very good veterinary school, and they have the facility that it's like if it's a really serious thing, you step up for this. If Dr. Ed's like, this is not something I'm gonna spend resources on or whatever, you take your dog to University of Missouri or animal, I should say, because their facilities are so high tech, right?
You make it sound like it's something like I don't want to handle, you know.
Oh no, I didn't mean it like that. I meant
know,
yeah.
I know. No,
So
seriously, yeah, we refer a lot to them.
yeah, it's a big KU does not have that kind of veterinary school. I'll say
Okay.
that.
No, they don't have one.
Or
at all.
Vatera.
They,
Yeah.
don't have, they don't have one at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in Kansas. Your veterinarian just like shoot that cow.
Okay. More of an architecture school there, I guess.
Yeah, there's actually a program where Missouri students can go to KU for in-state tuition for
Yes.
architecture.
My
KU
little brother almost did that.
Kansas people can come to Mizzou for veterinary school for in-state tuition.
No, there's a vet school at Kansas State.
At Kansas State?
Yeah, Kansas
Oh,
State.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who
Interesting.
wants to go to Manhattan?
Yeah, good point. Do we want to do some dogs on film?
Yeah.
Carly, this is our signature game with Dr. Ed from Hillside Animal Hospital. What we do is you guess Rotten Tomatoes scores of movies, and Sean, he's a doctor himself.
He's seen
it
a
a loose
doctor.
term?
Doctor of good times.
Seen a doctor quite often.
Okay, gotcha. Gardner, hit it, buddy.
I'll take Travis. It's time
Oh boy.
for Dogs on Film. Right there.
So we'll guess
There you
this.
go.
We don't have our pen and paper. I thought the intern would be here, and he's not. So
Here, I'll
we're
ex-
going to trust each other on
I'll
this
explain it to you here real
Okay.
quick. So we have 6 movies, 3 separate pairings of movies. So it'll be one movie versus another. You have to guess which one has a better score on Rotten Tomatoes. If you get it correct, you get a point. So after those 3 pairs, whoever has the most points wins. You get the best possible score is 3. If we have a tie, we have a 7th movie for the tiebreaker that you have to guess closest to the actual score. And then whoever gets that is the winner of Dogs on Film. So we normally had dog movies before. We've run through them twice now and have run out of dog movies completely for the game. We'll try and add some more as we go along here, but each pairing has its own theme. And to help you out, if you haven't seen the movie, my friend Sean has recorded descriptions of these movies, which was quite fun. We recorded them yesterday in a small little park by the Basilica. And our new intern, Tommy Mosslander, who's 21 years old, got to meet Sean for the first time. We walked up to the park, and Sean sitting on a bench by himself, smoking a cigarette, and he goes, "Who you got here with you, Gardner?" And I go, "Oh, this is our intern, Tommy. Pleasure to meet you." And then Tommy and Sean proceeded to discuss The Young and the Restless. And then Sean also tried to get Tommy to fix his tablet. By fix his tablet, how to turn on the internet on the tablet is what Sean was looking for.
Do you know Tommy?
Yeah.
He's a comic.
I
he's
love Tommy.
21. He's slight in age and stature, right? He could pass as a. He's got funny jokes about it. He could pass as a 8th grader, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we had, it was Tommy, me, and Sean in a small little park yesterday for about 20 minutes, just talking about movies and life itself as well. So it was, as we left, Tommy drove. Tommy got into the car and goes, "Oh, he seems like a nice guy." I go, "Oh, he's a sweetheart." And he goes, "Yeah, he seems like he's," I'm like, "What?" "Seems like he's lived." And I go,
From the mouths
I
of
go,
babes.
Sean has seen some stuff and done some stuff, and still is. So it was quite delightful yesterday recording Dogs on Film. So throughout, I will let you know if you've got it right or wrong after you give your answers. If I decide arbitrarily to tell everyone or whoever's guessed a certain way that they got it right, you'll hear this.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog.
If it's wrong, you'll hear that.
You ever heard Barb make that sound?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, your first set of movies are movies involving music. Music is the thing. Involve groups. So I'll give you your first one now here. Sean will be doing the reading. So here is your first movie for Dogs on Film.
And they're all there having a ball at the drop. The bomb's gonna drop tonight. Chop chop.
Who died?
Neil St. John.
From Young and the
Young and the
Restless.
Restless, yeah.
You watched that, Tommy?
I used to, yeah. Tommy said he's a Lion-R guy. We ready? Almost Famous. 2000. Comedy drama, comedy music. 2 hours, 42 minutes. Set in 1973, it chronicles the funny and often poignant coming of age of 15-year-old William Patrick Fugit, an unabashed music fan who was inspired by the seminal bands of the time. When his love of music lands him in an assignment from Rolling Stone magazine to interview the up-and-coming band Stillwater, fronted by lead guitar Russell Hammond, Billy Crudup, and Crudup, and lead singer Jeff Beebe, Jason Lee, William embarks on an eye-opening journey with the band's tour, despite the objections of his protective mother, Frances McDormand.
What kind of cigarette is that?
It's a Camel Wide.
Why do you go with the wine?
I don't know. Got more Turkish blend than domestic.
All right, so your first movie
Stillwater runs deep.
is Almost Famous.
Oh my gosh. You know, Mark Maron had a part in that.
Did
He
he?
had a famous line, "Lock the gates," whenever the bus takes off. And, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I would expect you to know that type of trivia.
Well, you know, it's one of those things.
So, Almost Famous is going up against.
Straight Outta Compton, 2015, drama crime, 2 hours, 47 minutes. In 1988, a groundbreaking new group revolutionizes music and pop culture, changing and influence hip-hop forever. NWA's first studio album, Straight Outta Compton, stirs controversy with its brutally honest depiction of life in southern Los Angeles. With guidance from veteran manager Jerry Heller, band members Ice Cube, O'Shea Jackson Jr., Dr. Dre, Corey Hawkins, Eazy-E, Jason Mitchell, DJ Yella, Neil Brown Jr., and MC Ren, Aldous Hodge navigate their way through the history, through the industry, and acquiring fame, fortune, and a place in history.
You like NWA?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
It's your favorite?
I'm more of a Public Enemy guy, though.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. They're New York, they're LA, that's why. I'm a native New Yorker. Chop, chop. This is my story.
So, there you go.
He's the best.
What's happening?
Yeah. He's the best. That's what's happening.
So your first set, which one has a better score on Rotten Tomatoes? Almost Famous or Straight Outta Compton?
I never heard anybody go into a native New Yorker song when describing two rap groups.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Wow, where did it?
That was amazing.
What a segue.
It's
Dr. Ed,
something.
it's your segment. Start us off.
Well, I'm just thankful it's not dog films because I'd definitely be at a disadvantage with Barb
Yeah,
sitting-
Barb whispering in Carly's ear.
Boy, those are two good movies.
Agreed.
I mean,
Yeah.
Two cult classics.
Yeah, different eras,
Yeah.
but gosh, Rotten Tomatoes, who I just love.
Yeah, I know.
He has a personal issue.
I'm gonna go with Almost Famous.
Almost Famous?
Great movies. I think they mentioned Straight Outta Compton briefly in, was it nominated? Was there Oscar talk? There was talk if there was not an actual nomination, which I thought was not fair. Good movie. Painted Dr. Dre in a very bright light, despite skipping over some very bad things that happened. I'm going to go Straight Outta Compton just because I think the newishness of it, the rawness of it, and Paul Giamatti's inclusion. I wish Travis was here so he could be like, "You're going to compliment him on a black movie." I think in today's day and age, you're going to see like Straight Outta Compton at like 88, and then Almost Famous at like 86. I don't know. What do you think? So I'm going Straight Outta Compton. This is why we should write it down because I've influenced her.
When the rating is locked in, is it locked in or does it change over time?
That I'm not sure of. I guess it depends on if they add reviews or not. But normally it's pretty locked in because
it can change, actually. If more people go back to review it, and the top critics go back
Yeah.
like, "Hey, we haven't reviewed Tommy Boy." Like,
I always
let's
thought it
do
was just if Gardner wanted to mess with me.
well, that's part of it.
Yeah, it's just arbitrarily Gardner says it. Okay. What do you think?
That theory, 88.
See,
Them
So
being,
you got to go with your own thought.
them being just a couple. I'll let the Almost Famous.
Okay.
Almost Famous is the winner.
Those that selected Almost Famous, Dr. Ed and Carly.
Barb picked it too.
Barb.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog.
Oh, come on. Hey! Man, Rotten Tomatoes is racist, dog.
Now,
Oh, one more time. We had Gardner's stupid
Hold
face
on,
blocking
hold
it. I
on,
need to
hold
see
on,
that
hold
again.
on.
This is getting screen grabbed. Yes,
All
Dr.
right.
Ed and Barb just
Paw bump.
paw bumped. There you go.
That sounds.
That was the cutest thing
gross.
I've ever
Chris,
heard.
you should feel good though. You nailed the score for Straight Outta Compton.
Oh,
It
did
is
I
an
really?
88.
88.
Wow.
Almost Famous is an 89.
Wow.
Pretty
So
good
it was
analysis.
close.
You don't
Yeah.
get any points for that, but great job.
Can I pet Barb?
This one really was a coin flip when you think
Maybe
about
when you
it.
get one right.
You can have a pet.
A coin flip. Do you think I could be a film critic?
No.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely not. That's a hard.
Yeah, I didn't like this one. Some of the colors were off. There were some sounds in the background that were
You
distracting.
can't be. Anyone's a critic, right?
I know.
Anyone's a critic.
Everyone
Yeah,
is
you're
a critic.
fine. So yes, you could. You could obviously. Okay, so after one pairing of movies, Dr. Ed and Carly have 1 point. Chris has 0. We move on to our second.
You know, why did you say Chris has 0? You said
Because
that in
you
a
have
way.
0.
You said it, he said it in a way, though, Carly.
Chris
Okay.
has 0. Is that better?
No. Hurt more.
I know. So our next set of movies is going to be volcano movies. Volcano movies.
What does that mean?
It means he's
It means
He's
they're
enthralled
a
by the
volcano is involved
All
in
right,
the storyline of
just
both of these
Do
movies.
the stupid
Just
thing.
happen- make
Let's
it
hear
happen.
the drunk
All right,
guy.
here's your first one. He might have been sober yesterday.
Joe versus the Volcano, 1990. Fantasy romance. 1 hour, 42 minutes. Joe Banks, Tom Hanks is dying, apparently. Joe Banks, Tom Hanks is dying, apparently. This is good news, since his life was not much worth living anyway. On the upside, a strange millionaire, Lloyd Bridges, offers Joe a way to die with meaning and dignity by hurling himself into a volcano. With plenty of spending cash and an ensemble of new luggage, Joe embarks on an absurdist journey to his demise, guided by two very desperate sisters, Meg Ryan, and trying to puzzle out the meaning of existence. Can't say I ever saw that one. Sounds absurd.
Might be the worst Tom Hanks movie.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
You got a joke for Tommy? He's a comedian.
What'd Geronimo say when he jumped out of the plane?
What?
Me!
He had that chambered.
That's a dad joke.
Yeah, it was.
He was saving that.
So your first volcano movie is Joe versus the Volcano. And here's your second one.
Volcano, 1997. Drama, mystery, 1 hour, 44 minutes. When a massive earthquake rocks the city of Los Angeles, Emergency Management Department head Mike Rourke, Tommy Lee Jones, returns from his vacation to help with the city's response. After geologist Dr. Amy Barnes and warns that a volcano may be forming in sewer tunnels. Another severe earthquake unleashes the lava flowing underfoot, threatening to destroy the whole city. As the fiery molten rock runs through the streets, Rourke and Barnes must figure out how to divert it. And where'd she come from? Where'd she go?
All right, there you go. Volcano versus Joe versus the Volcano is your volcano movie pairing. Which one is a better score on Rotten Tomatoes?
Playing from behind here. Joe versus Volcano.
Okay. Carly,
That's what I was going to say.
you'll go with Joe versus the Volcano?
Yeah.
Dr. Ed,
I'm going to go with option C.
which would be
Neither.
I'm trying to
They're both terrible.
Dante's Peak.
Oh, wow.
That's
Remember
what-
Dante's
That's what I
Peak?
thought you were going to.
Remember when the people got incinerated when they were in the hot spring?
Yeah.
Is Pompeii a movie?
Okay.
I considered Pompeii. It is, yeah. I considered Pompeii.
It's a band.
I'll go. I'm gonna make it a sweep with Joe versus the Volcano.
Joe versus the Volcano is the guess for everyone. And everyone
Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog.
is correct.
Cool.
Joe
Oh,
versus the Volcano is 62 on Rotten
Oh.
Tomatoes. Volcano with 50. A 50. So 2, 2, 1. Chris with 1. Dr. Ed and Carly with 2.
Black Sheep saw Volcano at the Farmington Movie Theater when tickets were $2.50
Oh, that's nice.
in 1934. Man, I do remember when tickets were less than $1.
Really?
75 cents or $1, one of the two. I remember thinking, like, they raised it to $1.25? And my 10-year-old asked me,
Wow.
like, what is going on here? Yeah. There we go. Good talk.
All right. Here we go with our final pairing.
A lot of pregnant pauses today. You trying to make up for Travis being out? Okay.
This is going to be Missouri themed. These are set in Missouri. The first one, I don't know that there's a clear setting for it, but it was based on a bar in St. Louis, actually. So here's your first movie with a Missouri theme to them.
One Night at McCool's, 2001, heat comedy. Ooh, heist comedy, 1 hour and 33 minutes. McCool's bar was hopping that night. Randy, Matt Dillon, worked there, tending bar. Lawyer Carl, Paul Reiser, was there until past the closing. Detective Delling, John Goodman, got there once McCool's became a crime scene. Was it the dead body that tied these men together? Not as tightly as the live wire, who was also there that night. The stunning young woman, aptly named Jewel, Liv Tyler. A steamy story told from these 3 different points of view that ultimately become one.
You got some good bartending stories, I'm sure.
I bet. Yeah, I can't think of one right now.
What about the night you beat up a Russian?
Then he beat up the cops. He didn't get the best of that either. He got some cops, though.
Sean Scraps, huh?
Well, there was a night.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that.
All right.
Got to know your audience. Be nice to the people that are regulars.
Yeah.
Just make that suggestion. So, One Night at McCool's. I will say One Night at McCool's based on the bar Humphreys. That
The Slew Bar?
yes,
Did I just totally miss out on this?
I would.
That movie?
It seems that way.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really
Is it
interesting.
good? What's the score on Rotten Tomatoes?
I can't tell you, Carly. Maybe in a little bit.
We'll see.
So, time for another Missouri-themed movie. This
Okay.
one definitely set in Missouri. Here you go.
All right. Roadhouse, 1989. Thriller action, 1 hour, 54 minutes. The Double Deuce is the meanest, loudest, rowdiest bar south of the Mason-Dixon line. And Dalton, Patrick Swayze, has been hired to clean it up. He might not look like much, but the PhD-educated bouncer proves he's more than capable, busting the heads of troublemakers and turning the Roadhouse into a jumping hotspot. But Dalton's romance with the gorgeous Dr. Clay, Kelly Lynch, puts him on the bad side of a cutthroat local big shot, Brad Wesley, Ben Gazzara. Yeah. You know, it is what it is. What's the other one? I had the time of... It's a Ben Swayze, or Patrick Swayze movie. They're all kind of the same.
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing, kind of same thing.
I had
The time of my life. How do you move this thing
No, I
up?
never felt this way before.
Look at me. Look at me,
Yes,
Tommy.
I swear it's the truth.
Look at this, Tommy. I did it all by myself because I didn't want to wait for him.
And I owe it all to you. You seen Dirty Dancing, Tommy?
No.
Jeff, film of Sean picking you up.
Oh, that would have been beautiful.
He's got a hernia. You can't do that.
Oh, no. Why does everything involve his groinal area?
Ben Swayze. And his little-known brother.
He gets confused at times. So it's Roadhouse versus One Night at McCool's.
Get your fair fouls in, people, by the way, if you're tuned in. Get those in topic today. Taking your pet around in baby Bjorns. One Night at McCool's versus...
Carly, you're
Roadhouse.
first.
Roadhouse.
First this time.
I'm gonna pick Roadhouse.
I got to go One Night at McCool's, and I'm going to lose.
I got to go with Roadhouse. It's one of my favorite. Cult
All
classic.
right. Those that picked Roadhouse,
Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog.
it was tight.
I've never seen any of these movies.
Oh,
Barb is cheating in
A
Whisper.
38 for Roadhouse. Not good.
It did better than the other one.
33 for One Night at McCool's, which I did see in the theater. I can't remember
How'd
which
you
theater.
feel? 33% about
It was okay. You automatically had a tie-in when you knew it was from or based about like a St. Louis bar. You're like, oh, especially
That's
with John
fun.
Goodman in it. I think I'm gonna have a different perspective than others probably, just because you're
Totally.
automatically got a tie into
best
it.
part about Roadhouse was Sam Elliott, though.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's typical,
Any movie
typical.
he's in,
oh,
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Love Sam Elliott.
Gardner Marcus from Thoroughbred is in the comments, and he's upset that I didn't lift you above my head, like the screen. Can
I
we
don't
do
know
that?
if we can do
I
that.
just saw you procure a Cardinals jacket. Can you make? You can't make your bubble go up? Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
you want the bubble?
Don't.
to go?
Yeah.
There's a lot of equipment in
Right.
here.
Hold
Okay.
on, hold
yeah.
on a
That's Tech Electronics supplied the studio. They don't need to replace.
Yeah, I don't
anything.
know if we can do that right
Okay. Well, sorry, Marcus.
now.
Wow, I just got
maybe
smoked.
we'll choreograph ahead of time next
Yeah,
time.
we will. With a little planning, we
Yeah.
fix everything. Gardner, we want to have the
have a
tiebreaker.
three-
This is heated.
Yeah, so we have a tiebreaker here.
Barb and Carly versus Dr. Ed Miñeco.
I just formed an alliance. I don't.
So the tiebreaker.
It's a free examine, and if you let me win.
Oh, into it. I had questions about her teeth too.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Guess closest to the actual score.
So this one we guessed the score.
Oh, okay.
One
All right, so here is your tiebreaker.
You don't want me in on this one.
And now for the tiebreaker. All the President's Men, 1976, drama mystery, 2 hours, 18 minutes. Two green reporters and rivals working for the Washington Post, Bob Woodward, Robert Redford, and Carl Bernstein, Dustin Hoffman, researched the botched 1972 burglary of the Democratic Party headquarters at the Watergate apartment complex. With the help of a mysterious source, codenamed Deep Throat, Hal Holbrook, and guided by their boss, Ben Bradley, Jason Robards, the two reporters make a connection between the burglars and the White House staffer, and a White House staffer. Despite dire warnings about their safety, the duo follows the money all the way to the top. Gotta go, man.
Sorry, you missed all of, what was it? General Hospital?
No, Young and Restless. Hey, let's wrap it up. Come on, man, I'm missing my story. Oh, it's already over. Now I have to go to the bathroom.
All right.
All right.
All right. All the President's Men. We just randomly decided on that one this week. So, what is the actual score on Rotten Tomatoes? What is your guess?
Ladies first.
I've never seen it. 72%.
72 from Carly.
No, I think this is a classic. I'm gonna go 88.
I'll just throw in just to participate because I'm a loser and can't win. I'm going to say 93 because it has journalists in it.
It's 93.
Is it really?
93 for All the President's Men.
You're serious?
Yes.
Did he just guess that right?
You
Out
got
of
it.
100 numbers?
Out of a. When you put it that way,
That's
Carly,
true, though. I was like, there are so many. Not in the rating
when
system.
you kind of sit back and think, yes, he did. Out of 100 numbers, he nailed it.
Well, you know what?
93.
Good for you.
How
Congratulations.
did I, 2 movies I did that with? Dead on.
Yeah.
You're savant.
Yeah. Wish I
Yep,
was good at
Dr.
other
Ed
things.
is
That's
the winner
a gift
today.
that you don't need.
And Dr. Why are we celebrating me? Dr. Ed wins!
Oh, yeah, I did.
So does the free
You win a
exam?
day with
does the
Barb.
free exam get to
You get to examine Barb. That's
Oh,
your,
wow.
That's your prize.
That's really impressive. Dr. Ed, congratulations on the win. And congratulations to Carly on the free exam that you took.
That Dr. Ed just won.
Oh, my goodness. Do we want to keep Dr. Ed around since we're going to take a break? Okay, Gardner, we're going to take a break. Dr. Ed can be visited at Hillside Animal Hospital. They're doing a blood drive. Check out Hillside Animal Hospital's Facebook page. I believe all the spots are filled up, but there's always room for support.
Yes, we'll always take walk-ins.
Human blood or dog blood? That's a dead serious question.
I love asking that.
Human.
It's human.
Human blood?
Red
Okay.
Cross, Red Cross blood drive.
Okay.
Red Cross Blood Drive, and also support Gateway Pet Guardians and their new East St. Louis facility. It's wonderful. Dr. Ed's been a huge part of their existence, I should say. So if you like Dr. Ed, support Gateway
Or
Pet
East St.
Guardians.
Louis. Or pets.
Yes. There's a blind dog named Cliff that I did the news with that is available for adoption, and you guys should go check him out. We should get him adopted soon. He was a delight to hang out with. Guys, it's Dr. Ed, Hillside Animal Hospital. Take your pets there. We're going to take a really fast break, and then we're going to be back with Fair or Foul real quick.
We are live, live, live. We are live, live, live. We are live, live, live. We are live.
Welcome back to We Are Live. Huge thanks to Dr. Ed from Hillside Animal Hospital. Big thanks to Tom Duff from St. Louis Counseling Services. Give it up for Carly and Barb for coming in today, filling in for Travis. Gonna have to do this again, Carly. You had too much fun.
Too much
Too
fun.
much fun. And you got a free veterinary examination out of it.
I did, not Barb.
Yes. Dr. Ed's like, Carly, why are you getting undressed? This is weird. She's like, oh, is this not a...
I'm going to squeeze your what? Your what gland?
Dr. Ed's like, Carly, I'm married.
Yeah.
So we've had Carly in. We've had a blast with her. Carly, what do you have coming up? Anything people need to look out for? Say hey to you at the Blues games. Jump into your DMs. What do you want to happen?
All that's fine. All of the above.
Great.
Oh, that all works.
Perfecto. We asked a Carly-themed Fair or Foul today, Gardner. We've got $10 to Buzz's Hawaiian Grill. Carly, I'm going to hook you up with some Buzz's Hawaiian Grill as well. Get your poke
Into it.
on. What do you think, Gardner? Want to do some Fair or Foul?
Sure.
All right, let's do it. We'll see what we got.
At this defining moment, change has come to America.
People often ask me,
That has
what's
never happened
fair
once.
or foul? Is it a segment? Is it a movement? Is it hope? I can't say for certain. Time will be a true test of its power. But I can say, Fair or Foul is now and forever for the people. Gather around the radio with your loved ones and hold on to your butts. It's now time for Fair
We give it back to you, the people.
or Foul.
It's pretty distracting when Carly goes for tongue with the dog. How long has it been since you've been on a date, Carly?
Is that fair or foul?
That's foul. It's foul.
Oh.
I do love that you have zero embarrassment about it.
I don't
You just
care.
do it. My love is not up for debate, Chris. Well, good for you.
Thanks.
Let's see what a couple people think about taking your dog around in a baby.
It's not a
Bjorn.
baby Bjorn if it has a tail hole. That's all I got to say. Continue
That's a
on.
really good one. We'll just do a couple here. Foul. I prefer to my. Oh boy.
That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion, but you're wrong.
Well, wait a minute. Foul. I prefer to transport my 2 gerbils, Travis and Terrell, in another fashion. TT's pink eye.
Travis and Terrell.
Where do you think he puts them? Woo, Trav, you're wiggling.
Oh,
How did did that rumor get started about what's his face and the gerbils? Like that didn't happen, right? Mm-hmm. Somebody made that up. That was his assistant or something. You've heard that, right? There's a horrible rumor. Richard
that we're spreading
Gere,
now.
Richard Gere was caught or had to do something because there were gerbils in his.
Hey, man.
In his underwear?
Deeper. You haven't ever heard that?
No.
I think it's an urban legend. It's kind of like the.
Snopes it.
Yeah, I don't want to. This might be a Google image on that one that we don't want to get into.
I still don't know what specifically.
Do you know what Barb was showing off for the camera earlier?
Her nipples?
Nope.
No, the other thing.
The other one.
Number
he
2.
put them up?
Well,
Yeah,
no.
we don't know that.
A horrible, unfounded rumor that's been in pop culture for 20 plus years.
Yeah, a while now.
The aesthetics, just the logistics of that. I don't.
Yeah, I mean.
I'll Google it in my free time.
Okay.
It's fine.
Maybe not.
We don't have to continue discussing it.
Probably got to trim their nails too, right?
A lot of grooming. We'll go into that.
Yeah, baby Bjorn pets are cool, but they'll never be Master Blaster cool. This summer, show your family and friends the true power dynamic as you strut your stuff during parties at the park. Been eyeing that cute boy at the churro stand? Lug around an English Mastiff and you'll have all those cute booty boys taking note. What's happening? Lee May beer social at 10 a.m.? Nothing says class like a chipped front tooth and a wobbly cat passing judgment while strapped to your shoulders.
Hey.
Is this an ad or is this somebody's fair or foul?
Do you have this is fair or foul. Do you have a chipped tooth?
Me?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't get it.
I chipped a tooth last year.
Oh no. How did that happen?
It was a front tooth.
I remember that.
That was
It
at
looks
Wheelhouse.
really good.
Thank you so much.
Let me
I don't
see.
tell people that often.
Why did I make that noise when I wanted to see your teeth?
I have a little bit.
Gerbils on the brain.
I have a little bit of a chip.
I have one.
Let's point out our flaws.
I have one on
Okay,
this.
you ready for this?
I'll let Carly feel it. There's like a little vampire tooth thing here.
Uh-huh.
I got chipped, and that was beaten off of me. So just so that's not a fun way to lose part of your tooth.
I do have a wobbly cat. So.
Order yours today from Cash Evans LLC. That's from
Oh.
South City Tone, and there's a picture of the Master Blaster. He included artwork with his fair or foul. If you see, there's a Master Blaster. Yep, there it is. Look at that.
Fascinating.
Of those two, I think I got to go TT's Pink Eye with Travis and Terrell.
Travis and Terrell take the cake for sure.
$10 to Buzz's Hawaiian Grill. Gardner's voice does not matter in this sense.
Pink eye.
In case you guys were wondering.
Carly Lawrence, again, follow her Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah, Instagram.
At Carly Laughs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
We didn't have a Barb's
what's good
butthole
for
submit an email today. Thought for sure we'd have a Barb's butthole.
You know what? You're putting ideas in their heads.
Yeah, and in their other
And in their
places.
buttholes.
Yeah. Carly, don't be a stranger. I had a blast today. Did you have fun?
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
it was fun.
good.
It was
Don't-
early. It was fun.
Don't sound surprised when you say that. Yeah, that's good. Again, you can see Carly at the Blues game. She does comedy around town. Give her a follow at Carly Laughs on Twitter or wherever, MySpace or whatever.
Wherever
else
you
use.
can follow ladies.
Yeah. Lurk wherever you can lurk at ladies.
Oh, boy.
And then message them, why aren't you following me back? Worst DM you've gotten in the last 6 months. What is it? You don't have to say exact words, but you do need to name the account who said it. Worst DM.
I mean, just a guy okay, this is just for everyone. A guy asking you out, and then you say, no, thank you.
Okay,
And then they
so
continue
you're
to
not
be
against
like,
you're not against jumping in them DMs either. I wouldn't think.
I'm
right?
not
If it's
inviting-
polite.
I mean,
if you
if-
have a six pack and your arms are big and you're a tall professional athlete, Carly will accept.
me responding to somebody's DM just like,
Probably ain't gonna happen.
cute dog or whatever, like that's not an invitation for you to ask me out.
Okay.
Like, I'll respond just because I'm like, oh, hey, the nice person commenting on how cute my dog is or commenting on whatever. But then they turn into, they think that that's an open invitation to, like, message me the next day and be like, oh, what did you do for Easter? How was it?
Do you
Tell me all the
ignore?
details. If it goes on for a little
Gotcha.
too long, then I will. But it's not, just because I responded to you doesn't mean I want to date you. So don't turn it into that immediately because it's weird. Let's just be cool.
You don't have to call out Travis on his show when he's not here. But so that's about the extent of the weirdness. No requests to like do anything strange or grab like a, I don't know. I don't want to go too far.
Someone did message me to sit somewhere.
Okay. All right.
And I didn't respond to it.
Right in front of the hockey net. I need you there.
What section? Is it mezzanine?
Perfect. Yeah. All right. Carly Lawrence, everybody, at Carly Laughs on Twitter. Check her out on Instagram. Don't be
Saved by the
DMing her.
Barb is Barb's handle.
Saved by the Barb.
Follow her. It's a play on words.
Saved by
Because she's
the
a rescue
Barb.
dog, and her favorite show is Saved by the Bell, probably.
Oh, my goodness. For Chris Gardner, for Tom Duff, for Dr. Ed, Carly Lawrence, and Barb, we're back tomorrow on the live stream at 8 a.m. We'll see you then. Say peace. Carly, say peace.
Peace.
Good job.
Is that how Travis does it? Cool. I didn't nail it.
Louder and more obnoxious, though.
Peace.